Alpha Mind Power Online Live Classes by Sri Mata Vijayalakshmi Pandayan. Mobile app Alpha Mind Power.
Namaste. The human mind is very happy when it achieves many things in life. A lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of wealth, a lot of property, so many things. But what happens is when so many achievements come in life, sometimes the mind develops a kind of ego that I have achieved so much in life. I do not have to bow down to anybody. So what happens is slowly even bowing down before God or the universal energy is forgotten by the person. And when that happens, when the ego becomes so big, then that itself prepares the way to destroy this person. It becomes like that many times. Of late I was watching this serial Sri Krishna. As I have mentioned in many other videos, during this lockdown period, I started watching Ramayana, and then after Ramayana was over, it was Sri Krishna. It is actually very nice. I am enjoying watching this. It's still continuing now. And in the last few episodes, what I was seeing was reminding me of this aspect which we come across very often in many people's lives. Here what happens is Pradyumna is born as a son to Sri Krishna. With a very big mission in life, he has to destroy Samrasur, who is an Asura, a Rakshas, who is creating a lot of problems. So Pradyumna becomes a young man, and he is fighting with Samrasur. His mother in this life, the woman who brings him up as his mother, she is Banamati. She is giving him some advice. And she tells him, see, you have to be very careful because this Samrasur has meditated so much for Parvati Devi, and from Parvati he has got some very big powers. If he uses those powers on you, you will not be able to handle at all. Now Pradyumna asks his mother, he says, now what am I to do? Then Banamati says, don't worry, you will also go to Parvati. You go and bow down in front of her and you ask her to help you, ask her to protect you, she will do it. Let us go to Parvati. So both of them go to Parvati, and there they sing and call her, they want to get darshan of her. So really from the whole heart they start singing. But here Samrasur is creating a big noise, and he says, I am immortal, nobody can kill me, nothing can be done to me, Pradyumna can't do anything to me, and I have got so many powers from Parvati, I have this, I have that. So the ego was growing day by day. As that ego is going on there, here Pradyumna and his mother, they sing so beautifully and they call upon Parvati for a darshan. Parvati is so pleased that she gives them darshan, and it's a beautiful sight to see. And there Pradyumna explains to her, he says, I am born in this life as Sri Krishna's son with the mission to destroy Samrasur. But my mother is telling me that you have given him a boon, a power, and if Samrasur uses that power on me, I may not be able to save myself. So what do I do now? But Parvati is so happy with Pradyumna, with the way he is asking her, bowing down in such a humble way, that she says, you don't worry at all. Even if Samrasur uses that power on you, I will make sure that you are protected. So what is happening now? The same Parvati Devi is giving this power, this energy and the protection also. It's all coming from the same deity, Parvati Devi. But Samrasur got the power and became egoistic, whereas Pradyumna, by bowing down and singing her praise, is getting protected. Is getting a wonderful protection from her. So who will win? It has to be only Pradyumna. So similarly, in real life also, when a person sees a lot of achievement in life, a lot of success in life, sometimes he forgets to bow down. And the bowing down doesn't happen. That surrender to God, surrender to the universal energy. There is some big energy above us. We can call it by any name. So as long as a person can surrender to that energy, his life becomes better and better. But when ego takes over, then the surrender does not come, and it paves way for destruction. And the same thing can be applied in the spiritual path also. When a person begins his spiritual journey, slowly he will understand after some time that he is gaining certain powers. He is able to see certain things. Certain things are becoming easier for him. This will happen. But if it gives rise to an ego, then we call it spiritual ego. Sometimes people say, I can do this meditation, my Kundalini will rise easily, I can finish this, I can do that. Once that ego comes in, then the spiritual growth stops completely. This is something we must keep in mind. How much ever we achieve in life, never give room for any ego. Always be willing to bow down before the universe, bow down before the God. That will keep your spiritual journey continuing and progressing always.